The transfer of colors is significant in many ways. The history, traditions, and accomplishments of White Sands Missile Range are embodied in these colors. With the transfer, the unit's legacy is passed on as a building block for future performance and accomplishments. Historically, the colors have served as the focal point which soldiers rallied around as they moved forward in battle. The colors have traditionally been at the side of the commander and were carried forward even when the commander fell in combat. And so, with the transfer of the colors goes the transfer of responsibility and authority for the accomplishment of the mission and the welfare of the soldiers and civilian employees. By authority of Army Regulation 600-20, paragraph 2-5, the undersigned assumes command of White Sands Missile Range effective 3 October 2008. Signed, David L. Mann, Brigadier General Commanding.
Rick, you couldn't have done it any better. And you have everything to be proud of. My best to you and your family. You do very well. Thanks, sir. Thanks.
Great place, I could tell you. Yes, sir. You know, going to be over. Good luck. Sir, you're forward. About. Hey.
And I will use an analogy from a commercial of private industry when I say to you that General Rick McCabe did not create an outstanding organization. Rick joined an outstanding organization and made it better. In this area, not that long ago, the conversation we were having was that White Sands Missile Range and this greater area was no longer small in stature to the Army, if it ever was, because I'm not a believer that that was the case. But if you allow the luxury of my starting there, what we said was, where you will be uncomfortable in this area is if you are not wanting to embrace change, because change is coming, and it's coming in a very, very fast way. Rick, in his leadership style and his charisma and his understanding of the Army transformation and acceptance of the challenge of the Chief of Staff of the Army to help grow this regional area, has done that in spades with the help of some phenomenally good folks. For Dave and Robin Mann, welcome, welcome, welcome. From the Army Test and Evaluation Command, it's 10,000 folks and people around the world. My gosh, we are glad you're here. You can see in the last couple of days that you've been around that you are joining a phenomenal operation. And your arrival here, picking up on the foundation that Rick has been able to put into place with all these stellar folks around you, your next charge is to move to the next level. Wanting for things to do will not be your problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for making this a magnificent tour of duty. Thank you for all that you do to show regard and respect for our American service members who at all 4 points of the compass continue to step up voluntarily with no arm twisting and do things that are incredibly difficult and at times unnatural, all on our behalf. Thank you, most of all, for making this a very difficult place to leave.
Sir, General Nato, thank you, sir, for hosting today's ceremony and for allowing Robin and I to join your team. Glad to be here. Can't tell you how good it is to be back in Las Cruces, El Paso area. There's just simply no other place like it. And Robin and I have many, many friends here, and we're looking forward to renewing some old relationships, and it's just good to be home. Looking forward to working with our military and our community partners as we continue the important task of keeping our military strong and without peer. You know, White Sands is truly a national treasure, made up of phenomenally talented, dedicated, and passionate professionals. And I could not be more proud and honored to serve with you.